Mabuhay, kamusta kayo? Welcome to another video. So I'm going to be giving some of my cacti their first little bit of water today. It'll be the first drink they've had since the end of September, so getting on for 6 months now. Temperatures here are going up now as well. As all of my plants are indoors, I can get away with giving them a little bit of water now. If your plants are outside in a greenhouse, you'd probably want to hold off for a little bit longer before watering them. March and April can be unpredictable months where the weather's concerned, especially in the UK. So I'm not going to be watering everything, I'm only going to be watering plants that are showing signs of waking up. So what are the first signs of your cactus being awake and active after its winter rest? The first thing you're probably going to notice is flower buds. Got a selection here of a few of my cacti that are in bud and bloom right now. This is Rebutia cranesiana. Has yellow flowers, this one, and has already produced a bloom a few weeks ago. Producing 6 or 7 more buds. Another Rebutia cranesiana. This one has orange-red flowers and again bloomed a few weeks ago as well. Lots more buds developing on this one. This is Mammillaria carmenae. This one's actually been flowering on and off since January, but this will be the first bit of water it gets since September as well. Other signs that your plant is active is new spines coming through. You can see on this Nivitaria there's some new spines come through there, so we'll give this one a little bit of water as well. Another sign that your cactus is wanting a bit of water is shriveling. This Gymnocalycium is a little bit wrinkled, showing some stress colours as well for being dehydrated. So we'll give this one a little bit of water as well. So an important thing when giving your cacti its first bit of water for 6 months is not to give a deep watering. I've made this mistake in the past and had plants rot afterwards. So what I do now is just give them a little bit for the first time. Another thing that can happen is if the plant takes up a lot of water too fast, it can split open. I watered this Lophophora about a week ago because it was very dehydrated and coming into bud. Gave it a little bit too much and it took up the water very quickly, and as you can see it's split on one side here. Luckily it's not too deep and it will eventually grow out of it. So we'll start by giving this Mammillaria a little drink. I always use rainwater to water my plants with, and I always get it up to room temperature as well. You don't really want to be watering your plants with ice cold water. And that'll do. Same again with the others. And this will be the only bit of water they get now for probably another month. So at the start of April they'll get their first proper watering. And what I mean by that is a deep watering until it starts coming out of the drainage holes. I'll give them a bit of a feed on the second watering as well. I'll show you in just a second the fertilizer that I use. Just noticed on this Rebutia as well is coming into bud, so I'll give this one a little drink too. Again, same as the others, just a little bit. So got a couple of euphorbia here that I'm going to be watering as well. These did carry on growing a bit into the autumn and early winter, so they haven't gone as long without water than the cacti have. Probably about 4 months. But you can see this Mammillaris is a bit dehydrated. And this Euphorbia obesa. Again, it's gone about 4 months without any water, and this did actually bloom not too long ago. So we'll give these two a bit of a drink as well. Now I always water my plants in the late evening, and this is actually very important when it comes to cacti and succulents. You may have heard of something called crassulacean acid metabolism, or CAM, and what this basically is a type of photosynthesis that allows the plant to photosynthesize during the day, but only exchange gases at night. There will be a link in the description to an article that Edith found recently that goes into more detail about this and the benefits of watering your cacti and succulents at night. I highly recommend giving it a read, it's very interesting. So this is the fertilizer I use on my cacti, called Chempak or Chempak. They do others as well, but this is their specific one made for cactus and succulents. The only thing about this is the NPK is quite high. NPK is your nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, and you can see it's 83432. So it's a water soluble fertilizer, and it says to use 1 scoop of this to 1 litre of water weekly. Now I personally don't, I think that's too much to use that often with how high the NPK is. So I use 1 scoop to 2 litres of water once a month during the growing season. Over fertilising your plants isn't a good idea either, otherwise you're just going to end up with leggy growth and weak plants, especially if you're using a fertiliser with high nitrogen, which you don't really want to be doing either. I use Osmocote in some of my plants as well, mostly the Haworthia. This is a slow release fertiliser, and the NPK on this I believe is 41210, so quite a bit lower than the Chempak. You've seen me add this to my plants when I repot them, and what these do is release fertiliser slowly every time you water. So let me know in the comments if your cacti are starting to wake up from their winter rest now, if you've got any buds forming on yours, or if any of yours are in bloom. If you've started to water yours yet, let me know in the comments. It can be a dodgy time giving your plants their first bit of water after going so long without any. I always dread it because, as I said earlier, I have had a few plants rot after their first watering, but so far everything's looking okay, touch wood. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And you'll all be safe and well, and I shall see you next time. Salam wa alam. Bye for now.